Story time, how I was introduced to human design and then how eventually it progressed to change my entire life. 10 years ago, San Diego, Sojourn Healing Collective. It's their grand opening, and I'm reading oracle cards at the little sitting on the floor table because I'm a valley person. Some random sweet Filipino girl, looks like my cousin, comes up to me and says, "Can I read your human design?" I said, "Sure." She goes, "You're a reflector." I go, "What does that mean?" I was definitely curious because she was like, "You're a very rare type. You're very empathic. You absorb a lot of people's energy." And then she started hitting me with like you have to wait 28 days before making a decision and all of the, nuances that come with being a reflector. And I was like, well, I definitely need to learn more about this because this is my field. I was maybe 3 or 4 years into being a Reiki practitioner. So we traded some Reiki for some more human design stuff, and go figure, I was even more confused about human design, although I still liked the fact that I was a reflector 1%. I did learn the other types, strategies, and authorities and stuff, but I didn't get into the gates and the channels, mainly because I don't have any channels, but I didn't really get into the rest of the human design system so many years later. Fast forward to a couple months past COVID, and I meet my best friend on Maui, Pasha. He asks me, "What's your type?" Which apparently he never asks people. But after teaching biomechanics and watching the way that I move, he was very curious about me. I told him to guess. He goes, "Manifester?" I go, "No." He goes, "Reflector?" I go. We became best friends, skill swapped a bunch, even lived together, taught group classes together, and now we've embarked on a mission of blending the worlds of human design, biomechanics, sensory mechanics, and Reiki together in one place, and we call it sensory design. Me coming from the energy healing background, Pasha coming from the physical body healing background, and both of us being obsessed with human design, it was like the perfect formula for us to ask the questions, which is like, how do we actually apply human design? What are the effective ways to apply human design? And of course, how does all of this relate to each other? And then how is it actually applied in each individual's life to improve their life for the better? The archive has been open since December, which is a very short amount of time. We're almost at 250 members, and we're getting results like this, which is just beyond crazy to me because Pasha and I never really set out to kind of like change the world or help a bunch of people with human design. We are just in our own right obsessed with human design and our own respective field. The fact that we get to come together and are now fostering an online community that literally wraps around the entire world is mind-blowing. However, Pasha and I don't want to be teachers. We want people to learn, but we don't want to be teachers. We've seen what happens to teachers and gurus and heroes, and we're just men. We're just two very excited, enthusiastic, charismatic, fun brothers. That, if you want us to be your brothers, we can be your brothers as well. But anyway, that's my story with human design. There's some details that I left out, but if you're curious about it, feel free to ask in the comments. And the archive, by the way, link is in the bio. Peace.